had no idea.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Love it.
So it's a little bumping, eh?
I love it.
I could.
Jeff, this is already my favorite one of the track.
Are you imagining Jeff dancing doing this one?
I'm imagining Jeff on his bike. Just cruising down the way.
Yeah.
No F's given.
I like it.
You know?
He's got like somebody in the back.
This one's, it's like one of those 80s, 90s rock, like again, the guy's on a destination.
Montage.
Adventure. Yeah, total montage.
I like it. Oh, there it is. Right now. I see him walking.
I'm humming to it.
I'm seeing him walking into a bar now, and he looks over. He's like, "You come with me."
And she's right there. She's kind of half bent over, ordering a drink.
Yeah, exactly. And he's doing the double finger.
Yeah,
the double gun.
What, on the drink or on the girl?
Whichever comes first, I suppose.
Oh, that'd be Jeff. Oh!
This podcast is PG.
Oh, wait for it. Every time, listen to this solo.
There it is.
You're welcome.
Locker room. Tell me if you hear anything better. That's one man, people. One man
Doing everything. It's crazy to do everything. That is some serious coordination. It's not a joke.
That's all he does.
Because we told you every week, Jeff's dropping the CDs. The CD's dropped. You can get it everywhere. He's going to tell you in a sec where to get it. Oh, look at those units.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
we got to snap a photo
Absolutely.
before we leave, and we'll get Marketing Matt to put that on the Instagram, all
Absolutely.
social media.
Great idea.
Everywhere.
Great idea. And what another beautiful surprise. It's been 6 months. We walk in, Studio Jim.
In the house.
In the house.
That's right.
There it is.
The creator of Serious Beer,
Always.
which he's going to put on the Facebook page roster, so check it out.
And when you hear it, don't say we didn't warn you.
We're telling you right now, it is the Stampede anthem.
Of
We
all
know
time.
it. We know it.
Easily.
We know talent when we see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy. Jeff, so going back to the thing, Jeff, what was this track called that you just played for us?
That one was called Something to Say. It's the title track off the CD.
Something to Say, the title track off the CD. Tell us again where the roster can find it, where we
It's available iTunes, CD, baby, all your favorite spots. Yeah, it's a worldwide release. It's out there.
Amazing.
And if you need a physical copy, I'll be actually putting that on my website soon as well.
Okay, and don't hesitate. Ask us too. If you can't get to the website, ask us.
Ask us.
Yeah.
On alchemystudio.ca, that website?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Done.
Okay.
I love it.
You can access the website if you go to our Podbean change. We always put the link for Alchemy Studio. Every week we promised you we are going to hit you with some singles.
That's right.
From Jeff's track.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Boom.
Speaking of hitting you.
Yeah.
Hitting you with surprises.
Yeah.
How did it go? You know what I'm talking
Well, last
about.
week.
Last week.
Well, let me tell you a little something, roster. Let me tell you about turning 40. We discussed it last week. It happened. I got my physical done. Now I got a question for everyone. And if you hear a little nastiness in my tone, there's a reason. I thought about it after I was violated. And I said to myself, wait a minute. We could put a man on the moon. We can have robots do surgery, but they still have to check your prostate with a finger? That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
So you're looking for a robotic prostate examination?
I mean, that would make more sense in 2019 than having a doctor just come right behind me and go pull down your pants, look the other way, tell me about, think about nice things. And the next thing I know.
But you know what they're doing? They have it figured out. It's just the doctors are like, they come up, they're like, hey, we got this really good technology. What we can do, we can just scan it. The prostate exam is done. It's good to go. And the doctor's like, no. I'll stick with the finger.
Yeah.
This is for the doctors, not you.
It's because
they're sticking with the finger.
You know why? It's because all the other jobs that they have now are soon being phased out, and they're like, we only have a couple left. Doing your heart pressure or doing your heartbeat, doing your blood pressure, and the finger in the bum. They don't have many more things that are left in their arsenal.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. And you really have to have a passion for that job, and to be.
I would say so.
and to be replaced by technology.
Right.
I don't know. So isn't it?
But just right. I don't know what I want to.
Did it feel like butterflies in your stomach? Like you were? Did I say it right? You're falling off of like the drop of doom the whole time.
Maybe I felt the light.
Love. May I just suggest one thing possibly?
Sure, of course.
I'm thinking maybe you would have a different outlook on the whole experience if maybe the doctor was a female.
Possibly. But I'd also find, I don't know. It's a great question, Jeff. I don't know.
No, finger up your bum.
I don't know. It's a different thing. I don't know. On one end, then isn't that cheating? I don't know. I don't know where this ends anymore. I don't know anymore. I can't have it. Speaking of things that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
The Maga Malaka thing last week with the Game of Thrones was off the hook. I got tons of calls and emails and texts saying probably their favorite one. Everyone really enjoyed it. I didn't realize how many of our fans and roster listeners enjoy the Game of Thrones.
Everyone enjoys Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you don't even deserve to listen to our podcast.
It's so true.
We don't want you.
Well, we don't want you.
It's like my brother. I get into fight with him all the time. I don't understand. The guy is a full comic book guy.
Yeah.
Like that. It's the realm. It's our realm.
Sure.
He was Star Trek. I was Star Wars.
Right.
He's DC. I'm Marvel.
Right.
It works.
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't watch the show.
He doesn't watch it?
I think there's some people just want to be defiant, hey?
Really?
They just do things because other people are telling them to do it, so
Right.
they don't want to do it. But him and his wife, they refuse. They're like, it wasn't that good. Wasn't that good.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
They don't like sex in the first scene?
Like, what are you talking about? When someone tells me
like
that
flying dragons?
they didn't find Game of Thrones that good, I had questioned them. I mean, you're an idiot.
They don't like espionage? Come on.
I don't know.
What's wrong? You know what? I'm going to have a little chat with your brother.
Could you? I can't get through to him.
Respect.
It's been 8 years.
We're going to have a sit down.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, I'll have a little chat with him.
Speaking of respect, what'd you think of the episode?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
We're on season.
Thank you for bringing it up.
We're on episode 2.
We're on episode 2.
Okay.
And like I said last week, you guys, I had a little bit of backlash on my Arya comment. Arya Stark. I didn't like her. I called her Malaka. People were mad. But I was proved right this week. She took advantage of the blacksmith guy. She just wanted a little action, and she's like, "Well, we're all gonna die tomorrow." So he makes her a sword, and then she takes advantage of him. Shame on you.
You know what? There's 2 things I found wrong with that scene.
Sure, go ahead.
The first one is, I looked it up. She's 22 years old in real life. Okay, Arya Stark in real life, because I was weirded out.
Right.
When they were doing the scene, I was conflicted. I'm like, I don't really want to see it because I've grown up with you in the show, but at the same time, it's Game of Thrones. Side boob doesn't cut it for me.
True.
I didn't know what to do here.
Right.
It was, I had to feel better. It was,
yeah.
because we saw her grow up as a kid. It was awkward to me. She still looks like a kid.
She does, yeah.
She's got these huge eyebrows. So weird.
It's
weird looking.
Not her style.
But you want to know what else I caught?
What'd you?
And I'm sure a lot of other guys caught this. But Genji, the Game of Thrones resonates because it's real.
Yep.
It really is real. He used the ×3 rule. Remember when she's
×3? He did.
Remember when she's asking him? So how many of you slept with? A lot. Well, give me a number. 3. Like, that's the ×3 rule. The guy's actually either not slept with anyone.
Yeah.
Or just one person.
Or one
He
person.
did it.
You're right.
Even in Game of Thrones.
He totally did
They
it.
have the 3
You're totally
multiple.
right. So you're totally right. That's actually, if we backtrack it, that's when it first started. He probably was the first ever guy to do the 3 rule.
It has to be.
Right? He must
has to be.
Unless it goes even further back than that.
There's some
maybe
crazy-
Tyrion. Tyrion was the 3 guy. Or maybe. Right?
Maybe. No, I think it was Gendry. Tyrion wouldn't have lied about it.
Right. Yeah.
I believe it. Tyrion's got real numbers.
He's got real numbers.
He goes to brothels in broad daylight.
True. So he is the real 3 starter.
Yeah, he is. I can't believe it. It's like 3. Like, I thought that was me. Like, I've used the 3 rule.
Wow, who hasn't?
Come on now.
Well, it's tradition now. Now it's part of our culture.
Look, from 18 to 25, if that's when you need to use it. After that, no one cares.
Now, That was on the Sunday night, and Sunday was also Easter Sunday for the Catholics.
That's right.
So happy Easter, belated to all the people. I got a question for you. This week, I asked a lot of my friends, "Hey, how was your Easter?" You know, because I get a little excited because our Easter is this week. The Orthodox
year,
Easter
that's
and
right.
the Catholic Easter are usually most of the time 1 week off.
That's right.
The last couple of years have been same day. This year, it's 1 week off. But I'm always excited to ask, "Hey, how was your Easter?" And I get, "Well, it was good. We went for a long walk and very relaxing and cleaned our house and just chilled out."
Yeah.
Where you ask a Greek how your Easter was, and it's, "I gained 10 pounds in 1 day.
Yep.
I danced all night. I can't remember it because I was that drunk." Why are the Easters taken so differently in the different the Greek Orthodox and the Catholics?
Pound for pound. If you
Right.
put the Easters beside each other, nobody's going to a non-Greek house for Easter.
Oh, true.
And no one, and I know that. There was one year when, like you said, it was the same day.
Right.
And I had friends that were upset that they were going to their family's house because
Right.
they knew what was going on at our house.
Right.
You know, like you say, the ham's like, "Well, I cooked a ham and deviled eggs. I went out of my element a little." Right? Whereas for us, we're like, "Malaka, get the arni ready.
Yeah.
We got it on the carbon on the spit at 6
you guys
a.m."
got to realize that you Greeks are off the freaking hook to start with. You smash shit at weddings,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. It's true.
You
But
party. You
all we're
just
saying
party
is
harder than everyone else.
Just bring it up a notch. Just a
a notch,
notch.
yeah.
Like, we're not saying for you guys to try to upscale us because God knows that.
Like,
will never
how's not
happen. But
one
at least
person
try to
said-
take it up one?
How's not one person said, "I cooked 8 hams.
8 hams.
16
When are you going to hear
turkeys."
that? Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
When you guys get to that level, come back and talk to us
Yeah.
because right now, just up the game a little bit.
the
Just
only
up the game.
the only thing that would up Easter
Yeah.
is a midnight buffet. That's what none of the Greeks
Could be.
we do it at weddings.
Right.
But if we had a midnight buffet,
I see where you're going with
we
this.
got to lobby. We got to lobby
Yeah.
for the Monday to be a stat holiday in the Orthodox tradition. I
love
for
it.
everybody.
I think this is a fantastic idea.
Just do 2 Easter stats.
And you know what? We'll make it worth your while. Enjoy the Easter with us. Come on over. We'll show you what it's all about.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we ask. Just up the game a little.
We should have done the Maga Malaka
Yeah.
based on Easters.
Don't you worry. I got something.
You got something
I got
covered.
something.
You got-
Don't worry.
okay.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Now listen, what's the show itinerary of today?
Let's get, because apparently we talk about sports on this show as
Sometimes.
well.
Sometimes.
I mean, it is. Look, NHL playoffs.
Right.
We have to talk NHL playoffs.
We got some things happened.
Couple things.
Some things are happening.
Studio Jim needs to hear all about it. He's been trekking on foot from
He's
Australia.
been watching too much rugby.
He did the what's that desert walk, the spice walk. What do they call that? What's that?
Sahara? No. that's
I
not
don't
it.
know what it's
No.
called. Either way,
Well,
it's pointless.
We got that. We got NHL. We got little NBA. Rapid banter. And then Maga Malaka.
the best segment of all time.
The way I look at it, we've already spent too much time, so let's get right to it.
Oh, nice try, Mitch. Nice try. Nice try. I'd love to get right into anything, but you, Studio Jim, Alchemy Jeff, the roster, the world knows that before we get into anything on this show, and Jeff, cue the music. We got to bring to you the Headversity metrics of the week. Headversity.com are the people that built our website, reallockerroomtalk.com. So go in and check it out. Check out their portfolio. They are bringing mental resilience in the workplace and everyday life. You can use the hashtag AskDrRT, where you can literally ask him anything that you want. But more importantly, go on Headversity.com, sign up to the newsletter, get going, get involved. They got some really great stuff. Now, when we talk about metrics and what a team like Headversity can do for a podcast, there are places that we're getting download that I forget even existed.
Really?
I had no idea they were there.
Like where?
Let me tell you something.
I'm
There's a
listening.
little place
Okay.
in the east.
In the east.
And you know what? Studio Jim might have passed it already.
Okay.
I think on his way back.
Ah.
He for sure flew over it.
He flew over it.
To get to Australia.
Makes sense.
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
We're getting downloaded in Indonesia.
Really?
Can you believe that?
I do believe that.
I forgot about it because on a risk board it's only one troop. You don't
Right.
you don't really
Yeah, well,
you don't really
yeah.
care
It
so
doesn't
much.
take
right?
much to probably
You want to get
occupy,
into
yeah.
Europe.
Right.
You want to get Europe, North America, you want to get into these areas.
Right, that makes sense.
Kamchatka.
Kamchatka.
That's a strategic risk location.
Wow.
But we're in Indonesia.
Remind me never to play you in Risk.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I think there's almost 200 million people in Indonesia.
Wow. Well, I think you're going to need more than one soldier then.
They're huge. They're huge. And actually, I heard that Indonesia,
Yes.
here's a little, because we're smart. We're actually, we're intelligent human beings.
Right.
Has the highest Islamic population.
That is correct. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There
Well
you
done.
go.
Well done.
Look. You
Look
get
at
more. You get more for your money on this podcast.
You're getting GOT. You're finding out why Greeks are better at Easter. It's fantastic, really.
knowledge.
Why doctors only have really 3 more things left before they're not available to be doing their job anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
it. Is that it?
No.
Oh,
No, it's not it. We are also getting downloaded from just a little radio station. And by little, I mean big radio station.
yes.
Agape Greek Radio.
Agape Greek Radio.
AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you can stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anywhere in the world. Just like in
that's
Indonesia.
it. This is what we do. Stand the man. The man. You want a little Greek music? There it is. Little Samiko for everybody.
How's that for you,
How do you
Stan?
like that? Little Greek folk music.
Okay.
Take that, Greek Radio.
Does the Vixen and Jackal, who won the best award show, did they do this?
They got nothing on this.
Not our creative
Nothing.
direction.
Nope.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Should we just do a quick little round? You want to do one?
I'll do one.
Want to do one?
Shots! Amazing.
Buddy, how do we not win?
With a clarino like that?
How do we not win next year's award?
Look, Stan, I know you're listening. I know you're a fan of the show. Maybe the biggest fan of the show. You can't deny us. All Mitch and I want to know is, get me this hit. There you go. Do we accept the award now? Do we accept it later? Are you flying us out? Do
And
we
this is
stay
the
in
entrance
Calgary?
music we want. This is all we want.
That's it.
That's it.
We'll come in. We'll come in with the madili, everything.
Done. Whatever you need.
Figuras, you want whatever. What do you want?
Yep.
That's
it.
Yeah. We
That's
might
it.
call this Real Locker Room.
Okay,
figura.
so I just have a small question.
Sure,
you guys
of
party all night while you're listening to that music?
Amongst other music, but yeah, that's part of it. Wait until but one day I'm gonna invite you over. You got to see my dad and his crew dance to this stuff, Jeff.
Oh.
It's nuts, man. It is something else.
that'll
we
put
play,
the Motley
you just
Crue
heard
to
it.
shame.
We just played this for 30 seconds. There's like 400 older Greek men that just stood up for no reason and just started dancing in the spot.
100%.
I don't even know why. They just did it. They just did it.
And they all do the same. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think we invented the basketball celebration.
I think so too.
Wouldn't it be-
Exactly. There it is. There it is.
Amazing. Stan, just lock us in. Put us in for
Put
that.
us in.
I mean,
Done.
we'll show up. We're there.
Award-winning.
Real Locker Room Talk. Reigning, defending.
That's it.
We got to take
Done.
that Vixen and
We
Jackal
gotta do it.
down.
We gotta take them down.
They got prime spots.
They
though.
got us.
We got good
They
spots.
got us.
We got great spots, but they got the prime
We'll
spots.
take them down.
We got to take them down.
Listen, with that being said, let's move on because big things happen. Last year,
Holy smokes.
this time, the NHL had a great playoff section. Great start to the playoffs. Everything was fantastic. Fast forward a year later, April the 12th. Or April the 10th, it starts. 12 days later, we have exactly this happened. Okay? 2 number 1 seeds are gone. 3 game 7s, 1 sweep, 2 Canadian cities out, maybe potentially a third. We'll find out later today. The NHL playoff this year has been off the hook. And I say it, I don't know in a good way. I think it might be in kind of slightly a bad way. When you got the top seeds getting knocked out, Tampa Bay, you get the top seed Calgary Flames getting knocked out, and you got 3 game 7s. That's a good thing. But the teams that are winning is causing a little bit of hesitation with our good friend, Mr. Bettman, Hall of Famer, Gary Bettman.
That's right.
Who I think might be at the end of this playoff, he might have to give his ring back.
I don't know. Bettman basically Putined himself.
He did. He
totally
sure did.
pulled a Putin.
Absolutely. Dimitri, let's quickly go through the scenario of what has happened up until today in the NHL playoffs. Ready?
Perfect.
Done. Obviously, in the East, we all know what happened. The collapse, the colossal collapse. You have Tampa Bay and Columbus. Columbus winning in the most weirdest ways, 4 straight games. We talked about it last week. The number 1 team, the number 1 seed in the East, gone. So Columbus moves on.
Unbelievable. Columbus is through.
Boston, Toronto, tied at 3. They're playing right now as we speak. Who do you like tonight?
Look, I have to take the Maple Leafs. I want to take the Maple Leafs for a couple reasons. Number one, I have the majority of my playoff hockey pool with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I hope they don't disappoint me. Here's the other scary part. Even going last year, every time the Leafs and Boston played in the playoffs, they've lost. So I'm not trending well doing the podcast today, we're doing it a day earlier. The stars are not aligning for me. Look, it's a coin toss because both teams are winning away from home. They're winning at home. The games are close. It's really the cliche of anyone's Game 7. I'm just picking the Leafs because I want them to win. This is a coin toss tonight for me.
I have no idea. On one end, I want Boston to win only because we need a big market team in there. Toronto also obviously a big market team. So my heart is with Toronto because I also picked them as well. So I'm cheering for Toronto, but man, they don't trend well in this scenario. 2 straight years playing Boston in a Game 7. They haven't done very well in that. And the other side of it is this, Toronto fan, you guys paid a lot of money to get going, to have your team as assembled as it is. And if you guys lose again, it's just going to show you're wasting money. You're throwing that away.
Get Jonathan in there.
Get Jonathan in there, and he is going to blow up that team.
He will whip it
in shape.
He will whip it
in shape. Is
or
absolutely
not.
right.
Guy knows what to do.
Absolutely. From there, we go over to the Washington-Carolina series. Just tied yesterday. Carolina comes back and ties that series. We're heading back. The defending champions, the Washington Capitals, now going to a Game 7 against the little Carolina team. Who do you like there?
You know what? I got to talk about home ice advantage being a factor. All 3 games that these teams have won have been on home ice. Look, we knew Carolina was not going to give up so easily.
Right.
You know, they weren't going to be written off. I said Washington's typically a slow starter in the playoffs. This is where they're most vulnerable. It's going to be, I'm still sticking with Carolina because that's what I said before. However, it's going to be really difficult for the Hurricanes to beat Washington in Washington. So I think I think my head's with Washington, my heart with Carolina.
I think this is where Gary Bettman also comes out and pushes for Washington.
No chance.
No chance.
That's what you got.
He's got to do it because if Carolina goes through, this will really make it awkward, and you'll see what I mean in a couple of seconds. But I think you and me and Jonathan and I think the 3 of us took Carolina, but I'm kind of side cheering Washington. My bracket's been destroyed for weeks, so the way I look at it, I'm going Washington. I want to see the defending
This is why we're
champs.
not stat guys, because we suck at picking.
Holy moly.
Wow.
But we're not the only ones. I don't feel as bad because everyone's sucking
That's
at this,
right.
right?
That's right.
Then we go to the final game in the East. It was the New York Islanders who easily swept the Pittsburgh Penguins. Unbelievable again. This team all year long.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Next.
Move.
Is this rapid banter? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
In all honesty, listen, the Islanders now are just waiting. Just like Columbus has been waiting for weeks on end. They're waiting for their competition. But the names that are left over in the East, not great. If you don't think they're great in the East, wait until I tell you what's left in the West. We jump over to the West. Nashville, Dallas just ended yesterday. It wasn't Nashville. It wasn't the team that we thought had tons of, superstars, and they had a little bit of goaltending, and they had that, good bench that they could tap into. No, not this year. The catfish on the ice didn't work. Nothing worked. Dallas, who loves to get yelled at, who I think, I think we should call them the Dallas Dominatrix. They like to get yelled at.
They love it.
They love it.
Gluttons for punishment. Look, Ben Sagan.
Ben Sagan.
Start saying thank you right now.
Yeah,
thank
literally.
You. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks
for whipping us into shape, Dad.
Thanks. Thank you. Exactly.
Really, I didn't understand it at the time, but now that I'm older, I get what you were talking about. And I think I'm turning into you. I think now I'm turning into you. That's what happened.
Isn't that the truth?
They were sucking until they got called out. Hey, that just goes to show you in any facet of life, accountability is key. Look, I thought the Nashville Predators would win this series because you got a team that got deeper and deeper in key areas. I mean, look what they're bringing in Wayne Simmons and in Granlund. I mean, these are not no-name players.
Exactly.
These were integral part of their teams that they came and they couldn't put it together. So, hey, credit to Dallas.
Yeah, man.
And the games they were winning, they were kicking the crap out of them.
They really were. They really were. They started taking a little bit of advantage and kind of moving past Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nashville might be that new team that gets blown up by their GM this year. I don't know, this offseason. Then you move over to, unfortunately, the Winnipeg Jeffs, our team, our dark horse team.
Is this the part where I can cry about this week in hockey?
Absolutely, you can, man.
Oh, both my teams.
What happened
Brutal.
there? St. Louis
They
comes
fell
out
apart.
of nowhere.
They crushed them.
Absolutely. St. Louis comes out, the worst team. January 2nd, I checked it up again today. They were on January 2nd, 16, 18, and 4. And this team came back and finished the season 45, 28, and 9. Okay, and they are still rolling, ripping apart the Winnipeg Jets in 4 games to 2. I don't know what to say. Were you that surprised to watch St. Louis do what they did?
I'm not surprised that a team like St. Louis, the way they got into the playoffs, beat the Winnipeg Jets. But I am surprised that it was. I'm just surprised that Winnipeg looked sluggish.
Yeah.
Didn't look put together, and I thought that they would fare much better. I picked them to win the series. I thought they all just got a year better, a year smarter. Not many changes to the team that would kill the chemistry out. But you talked about it in the last couple of weeks, Mitch. Momentum is key, and this is when you look at the teams like Columbus and St. Louis. Even though St. Louis finished higher, my point is these are teams that are in playoff mode getting into it. They're not stopping.
Yeah.
Other teams have to start making some adjustments, either like the Tampa Bays and the Winnipegs that understand, okay, Calgary, when we go there, skip Calgary. We can't hit Jeff with a double whammy. We can't go double whammy. Skip.
We're talking
skip
about
one series.
There's a reason we're here a day early.
Yeah, but skip one series, then go back to Calgary. Jeff can't take it. We can't go Winnipeg, Calgary back to back.
Listen, we got it. No, not back to back.
Not back to back.
So now you got Dallas, St. Louis. I guarantee you no one had this picked out. There was nobody that had that bracket picked out. Well, they're going to play each other in the next round. We at least know that much.
Yep.
Then you got Las Vegas, who's up 3-1, tied now with San Jose going to tonight. Again, we'll find out tonight. Are the San Jose Sharks got enough in the tank to take down the Las Vegas Knights, where everyone kind of had them as the sleeper Stanley Cup finalists again? Mm-hmm. What do you think of that one? Are you surprised San Jose came back?
No, not surprised San Jose came back, because at the end of the day, they are a good team. Okay. And in all actuality, this probably should have been a perfect world 2-2 series, then 3-2, 3-3 into this game 7. So, I think I really forgot that Pacioretty, Stone, and Stastny, thank you, is the best line in the NHL.
Sure.
I think the Vegas Golden Knights right now are the best team to win the Stanley Cup. The way that they're playing, if anyone saw last game, they utterly dominated the Sharks. Sure. It was embarrassing. They doubled them in hits, doubled them in faceoffs, doubled them in shots, and to top it all off, they get scored on in a shorthanded goal. Double overtime. Here's the problem. When a team plays like absolute garbage, like the Sharks did in Game 6, they're going to get nothing but better. And the likeliness of the Sharks to close this out tonight is a lot higher than I think people would imagine. I'm not surprised the Sharks win today.
I'm a little nervous that they heard the podcast last week and they're mad at us because we called them the San Jose Bridesmaids. I think that's why they're coming out.
More people listen than we know.
Yeah, maybe it is, because I'm telling you, we kind of in a weird way jinxed Vegas. Like, I thought Vegas had this ready to go and basically moving on quite easily. I thought, but no, I think, dare I say it, they went on a heater. Let's use a Vegas term. They went on a heater. They got a little hot. Now they're cold again. It's time for them to roll. They got to roll fast and hard right now because they don't have time to waste.
They got to play the pass line.
Yeah.
They got to play the numbers. They got to do everything, the button, everything and anything they can. They got to play it. Lucky. They got to send everyone to every table.
All right. And now we come to the team that, look, we've said it before. We're not big homers, but we're going to talk about it. You know why, Calgary? Because it's time. It's time you guys listen.
Shame on you.
Shame is right.
Jonathan
wants
to be your GM.
Unbelievable.
He looks up to you.
So
this is what you do?
Last Friday, Game 5, back in Calgary, we're saying, we got this. We got it. We're going to win this one. We're going to go back to Colorado and then bring it back for Game 7, which would have been tonight. And what happens? We get drubbed again.
Oh, it was bad.
Bad is right. Bad is not even the word anymore. I don't even know what to say. So let's break this one down slightly. All right. Okay. And this one hurts a lot. And I'm not joking. Look, I work in the downtown core. I talked to a lot of my colleagues. Everybody, the whole city was excited for Calgary because we were the number one team in the West. We had it going on. We had momentum. We were feeling good. We were statistically, we had so many good things to look for, and then nothing. They literally, like a relationship, they gutted us. We were dating the Flames, and the Flames just didn't show up to our date. They left us at the altar. Whatever you want to say. They fully ghosted us. No text messages, no phone calls, no letter.
No reason,
no nothing.
Zero closure. Where are the press conferences? Tell us what happened.
So you listen, I wait for the media to come through, right? And the media is talking to the players up front, talking to the coaches, the GM. No one has any answers, you guys. And all the answers are different. It's like, well, we just lost our momentum. Oh, we weren't they too had no answer. And that is the killer. That's the thing that bothered me, I think, the most out of everything is that I wanted somebody to come out and say, you know what? This guy just was a cancer in the dressing room, or I have a broken arm or something. Give me something. Nothing.
It's terrible.
I am so baffled, and the amount of hurt that this city is going through right now, and I kid you, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. This city is actually hurt because we had high expectations. No one expected a first round knockout. We all said, 5-6 games we'll get out, and then second, third round we'll see, and Stanley Cup maybe, but no one expected a first round knockout.
Not even the NHL expected a first round knockout. Look, we understand Colorado's a good team. I get it, okay? And look, we can't excuse the Calgary Flames this year out of any other year.
Right.
They played like a team that felt like they were the 8th place team that limped into the playoffs. That's what they looked like they were playing. No, you're the best team in the West. We should hold them accountable to a standard. None of them showed up.
None of them.
And in that last game 5, Gaudreau in the first period, you got to bury those, buddy. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, he was tired. Oh, the goalie. No,
Yep.
He finally got his chances. You bury them, okay?
That's right.
You got 99 points or however many points you got this year. Make them count in the playoffs.
That's right.
Okay, because right now, you look like an idiot. You look like a really, really big idiot. I'm sick and tired of that. Well, Colorado was a good team. And even I got caught saying it a bit. Well, they did have the number 1 and 2 scores all year. Yeah, you know what? No, enough. I've had time to absorb this. Enough. The Flames should be making it to the Western Conference Final. They have the team, they have the coach, they have everything, and they had the goaltending, and everyone paid attention to the wrong thing. I'm so upset about this. I actually don't want to give it more podcast time.
Yeah, I hear you.
I am.
I want to say
ridiculously upset.
one or two things real quick. You said earlier you got Stasny, you got Pacioretty, and you got Stone number 1 line. I would disagree after seeing the Landeskog, Redden, and obviously Mr. Calgary MacKinnon do what they did.
Oh.
That is the number 1 line. Like, that was a dominating. I don't want to say that they were the only reason they won, because they weren't. Their whole team played
Yeah, but you know
well.
where I disagree? Because Stone, Pacioretty, and Stastny are playing against San Jose Sharks that are at least giving a shit and trying.
Fair enough.
And making it close. Where
But maybe-
Calgary looks like what Arizona would have been.
Well,
I don't even know if they would have beat Arizona.
Oh, I don't think so. Not the way they couldn't beat anybody. The way
Terrible.
they were horrible. It was very sad and it's very gut wrenching to talk about. And I agree with you. Now, with that being said, Colorado, good on you. Congratulations. You guys move on to the next round. But with that being said, look at the West. You got Dallas, who was an underdog, wins. St. Louis was the underdog. They win. San Jose might win. We're in a game. We'll find out tonight later on. But if they end up winning, they're the underdog. And then Colorado was easily the underdog in that one and won. The West has all the underdogs. Right now, I said it earlier, Gary Bettman, I think, is pulling out his hair. Because everyone loves a little parody. Everyone likes a little number 1 getting knocked off and an upset here and there.
But do we?
But this is too much, you guys.
Right? But do we?
I don't care what anybody says. No one, especially here in Canada, with all due respect, if Toronto gets knocked off, is going to watch any of these playoffs going forward. Not because the talent's not there, not because of anything else. The love and the excitement in the big markets aren't there. Now, with all due respect, Boston, Toronto, I'm looking at the rest of the list. That's basically it. And I'm sorry. But
Nightmare.
St. Louis, Dallas, who's going to watch that game?
This is a nightmare for Gary Bettman.
Yes,
Look, I like the parody. I like seeing a couple different teams in the mix. I like seeing new teams win the Stanley Cup.
Sure.
But let's not kid ourselves. Roster. I also like seeing Crosby. I like seeing Ovechkin. I like seeing a lot of Gaudreau and Monahan. I like seeing Stamkos.
Yes.
I like seeing all these players.
You have to.
Everyone likes seeing them. The ratings want to see them. And we're forgetting. This is why, look, hockey fans will just never be affected. A hockey fan is going to watch it. If your home team is not in it, you're not going to watch it as much, but you're going to follow it all the way in. That fan base isn't affected. It's the fan that isn't a crazy hockey fan, but it's on NBC or it's on TSN. It says, you know what? That Ovechkin guy's playing. I like watching him.
Sure.
This is a hard pill to swallow.
Dude.
It's not the team names. I think, Mitch, it's more the players that are not going to be in here
But
anymore.
we said it a couple of weeks ago. The NHL has not done the greatest job of marketing these players out to the people that are not maybe your everyday fan. Okay?
Who's going to do an interview?
Well, this is the thing. But look at this one series. Carolina, if they go through, and the Islanders, Carolina and the Islanders is a potential hit. That's crazy, man. Bedman is literally going to Washington no matter what tomorrow, and he's going to make sure
Against
that the screw job is on.
Like Tortorella is actually the man right now.
He is
like
the man.
we need Columbus in the final.
Yeah, you
just
do.
for entertainment.
Just for entertainment
just for
purposes.
Torts.
Absolutely.
Give this guy a raise.
Yeah,
give this guy a raise.
It's time. Torts, you got it, buddy. You're back. You're back.
You're absolutely right,
man. I'm telling you, it's not looking good for the NHL from that point of view. I agree. I love the changing of the guard. I'm glad the new guys are starting to step up, but maybe this is too fast. I don't know. I'll be the first one to tell you. I do a sports podcast with you. We've been doing 79 episodes with Jeff.
Not bad.
But I gotta admit, I don't know if I'm watching a Carolina Islander series. I gotta admit, I'm sorry, guys. I just might not watch that one.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, wake me up when it's over.
And one last thing, Calgary fan. I saw Jonathan on the weekend. For shame, making a 10-year-old cry. For shame.
Unbelievable.
All the restaurants' revenues out the door. Broke the hearts of every Greek and every 10-year-old in this city. You bastards.
And don't even think about going to that seafood restaurant.
Nothing.
You're not welcome for at least an off season.
You.
You know what? The Flames should be grounded like the Tampa Bay Lightning.
You know what? Absolutely.
You know what's funny?
You know
All
what?
Calgary Flames, they should just you're grounded.
You're grounded
for a year.
for 1 year.
Okay.
Yep.
You're grounded.
Yep.
Or they should get relegated like they do in soccer. No, you go to the AHL and you earn your way back in.
Now you're onto something.
You earn it back in.
Now you're onto something.
You finish last in the league, or if you finish first, look, bottom 2 in the NHL,
right?
AHL.
Yeah.
You're out.
Love it.
You're out. And you get the AHL salaries. The team that takes your place,
boom,
they get your salaries and they get to play in the NHL.
I think we just solved the problem.
And the wild card rule is you finish first in your respective conference and get swept.
Yep.
You're out.
You're out too.
Or no, if you lose.
No, if you lose.
If you lose, yeah. You're out.
You're out.
Down, relegation.
I like this.
The Serie B.
Yeah.
The AHL.
I like it.
League 2.
You know, isn't that the truth? From the NHL, and we are sick and tired of you, NHL. We're done. We're done.
Terrible.
Until next week. We're off to the NBA. We're going to talk a little bit about the NBA. You know why we're going to talk about the NBA? Because the teams that are number 1 are actually winning. The Milwaukee Bucks swept. Boom. They move on.
Done.
Golden State, 1 game away. They're going to sweep. Well, not sweep, but they're going to win that. They're moving on. Boom. Done. Toronto Raptors, the number 2 ranked team in the East, but guess what? They're going to win tonight. Boom. Done.
How's your mother?
I'm going to say something to you about the NBA, though. What I've been meaning to bring this up in the last couple of podcasts, and I haven't been able to. Do you know what the NBA does that I absolutely love? They play 82 games like the NHL does, but what they do is they let their superstars sit a little bit. They let them relax and not get hurt and not overplay themselves. I'm wondering if that was part of the problem with the NHL. I'm wondering if all those guys, the superstars especially, the Kucherovs, the Johnny Gaudreaus, the Sean Monahans, were they too tired by the end of the year and they had to live up to that expectation of, I'm a hockey player, I got to play every single game, I'm going to get a puck in the face and still go out and do it. I wonder to myself, if they implemented a little bit of that NBA mentality, would we have a different saying right now?
You know what? Could be, because the game has changed. But you know what I find funny if you look at both leagues? Isn't this such a prime example of what it's like under an NDP government as opposed to progressive government? Here you got the profit sharing, everyone. And look, it's gone to shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
NBA, the rich get richer, the poor. This is what we want.
This is what we needed.
This is what we need.
This is what we're up to.
This is Republican Democrat right there.
Yeah.
Hockey's are the Democrats.
I see what you're saying.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, parity is great, but it's not the best.
No.
We want the Hardens. We want the Currys.
We do.
We want the Yannis. We want the Leonards.
You want me on that wall.
You need me on that wall. Did you authorize the code red?
It's true, though.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That's why I said in the NHL talk.
Yeah.
We want the players, not the teams.
That's true.
We want the players.
Absolutely. And you know what? You said it perfectly. That's exactly it. Boom. From there, listen, the number 1 ranked team, the Bucks, are looking fantastic. The Raptors are looking good.
I got to say, I watched the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. This guy is dialed right in.
Absolutely.
And I want to ask you a question because they even brought it up on TV, and it's it's something that everyone's talking about. Should he get the MVP?
Absolutely, he should.
Yeah.
And I don't say that just because we're we love him because he's Greek and blah, blah, blah. I kid you not. I watched his game. He's implemented now the 3-point shot in his game. This guy is blocking shots like crazy. He's got inside the paint. You can't stop him. He's so long. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Some of the blocks he's been making, if you watch some of the highlights, like he is flying from one side of the court to the other. It is crazy. And I can actually tell that the big men do not like to post up on him because they don't know what to expect. He's too athletic, he's too fast, and now that he's implementing, not that his 3-point game is like that, he's no Steph Curry,
but he's got to have that.
But he's
tool.
having it, and now you got to watch him all over the court.
Well, that's a team. That's a team coach's nightmare.
Absolutely.
Now you're like, oh my god, this guy can change it up from time to time. Now,
Yeah.
Look, the Milwaukee Bucks. They're first in the league. They finished first in the league.
That's right.
With this team on his back.
Absolutely.
Right?
James,
So I think he deserves the MVP.
James Harden is a great player. He had some phenomenal points put up this year, and made to be honest, if he won it, I wouldn't be super surprised.
No.
But I think this is Yanni's year.
I think this is where Giannis edges him out ever so slightly.
Exactly. From there, we go to everyone's newest favorite segment, Rapid Banter.
Rapid banter.
Thank you, Jeff.
Amazing.
All right. Robert Kraft, the video has been held off slightly. His lawyers have finally got involved, but it's going to come out. You know it's going to come out. My question to everyone is this. Will he make a sideshow out of this? Will Robert Kraft maybe make a reality show like the Kardashians did after that?
I don't know if he will, but he should. Rapid banter.
Danny Amendola. Where do you know that name? He's a wide receiver. He's played a lot of years in the NFL. He's a playboy. He's a good-looking guy. He's been dating the supermodel. She dumped him. She went to Coachella. She's hugging another guy. Dude went berserk on Instagram. Should NFL players or any sports athlete be breaking up and ripping into their ex-girlfriends on social media?
Hey, they're human just like the rest of us, and you have an obligation in the entertainment to give us entertainment across all platforms.
Rapid banter. I like it. I like that. I like that one a lot. Listen, we haven't talked about it lots, but the AAF, I gotta know. Like, these guys owe money to hotels. Like, I heard in some hotels, some hotel chains are up to $500,000 in waiting on paychecks. Okay, they have destroyed themselves in less than 1 year. Like, what, 6 games in?
They were begging McMahon. They're like, why don't we join forces?
Something. Like, isn't it crazy how bad the AAF is? Like, when I think about the AAF, I think to myself, you tried and you not failed. You were, it's like going against Ford and you made a paper plane. You made a paper car. Like, I don't even know what they were doing. Did they know what they were doing, Dimitri?
No, they didn't know what they were doing because, look, guys, this is why the XFL is going to take off. We've been preaching it all year. The fact of the matter is you cannot come up with a league that is near similar to the NFL and that style brand of football. We're tired after the Super Bowl. We don't want to watch generic stuff. You got to spice it up. Get half-naked cheerleaders on the side. Let body checking be a thing. Put up some props. I don't know. Change it up. Have an exploding ball that could explode at any time in anyone's hands.
Wow.
That's what you make happen. Look, you tried. Vince McMahon let you, he said, okay, little one, you do your thing. Don't worry. We got ours.
So bad.
Terrible.
Rapid banter. From the AF, we go to the real football league, the National Football League. Russell Wilson just signed a 4-year, $140 million contract. Pretty awesome. Okay?
Not bad.
So what does he do? Because I actually love this. He went out and he said, hey, offensive linemen, the guys that protect me and take care of me and give me the opportunity to make $140 million. He bought them $12,000 worth of Amazon stock for each 13 offensive linemen on the team. Do you think that's enough?
You know what? I think I'd want more stock.
Rapid banter. For me, a little piece of it is, should he have bought more stock or is the stock too much? Like, what I mean by that is maybe a Rolex, maybe a Bentley. Like, do they actually understand how good this stock is? Do they, you know what I mean? Like, will they take advantage of it?
You know what?
Because if they cash out right
with
now,
the right financial advice.
Rapid banter. Well, there it is. All right. The last couple of weeks, we've been lacking getting this information out because, well, we've been running around. This NHL has really caused a stir for us, okay? So
It's got us in all kinds of different places.
it really does.
And we're getting fingers up the butt.
And
that
can I report that guy? Can I report him?
You know what? I looked him up, and how come he doesn't have the term doctor in front of his name? Who did you go to?
So we move on.
Rapid Banter.
Oh my God. Just thought of that.
Oh my God!
So I go to a doctor.
That noise is giving him memories.
The funny thing is, I do go to this doctor that actually has students. He helps.
Nick Riviera.
Well, that's what it was. Dr. Nick Riviera was my doctor.
Hi, Mitch.
Oh, man. It's embarrassing. Like, he's got the students there, too. They're all watching. They don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It was a thing. It was a show. One guy had a video camera. I didn't know what was going on.
That's so weird. And did they have the black leather couch?
Why was there a boom there? I just want to know why the boom was there.
I didn't realize that Vivid Videos was actually a name of a practice.
I'm not sure if you realize this, Mitch, but you've just made a Greek sex video.
I think you might be.
You pulled the craft.
Oh my God! Do you think, buddy? I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna go live. I'm going live with it.
Are you going live?
I'm going live with it.
Yeah, don't worry. But we can fund the podcast with tokens.
Now we're on to something.
And all of you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You all know what we're talking about.
Shameful.
Shameful.
You would point the finger. Terrible.
You make me feel so good inside.
The last couple of weeks, we said we got to get down to our bracket. Our bracket has been stagnant. We've been watching it. However, we've held on to it.
We're useless without Marketing Matt.
It's true. Marketing Matt, once again, has left us high and dry. However, we do have the finals in the greatest sports movie athlete of all time. We got it down to the finals. Dimitri, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a bit of an upset here.
Huge upset.
Huge upset. In the final, we have a Rocky Balboa
Boom. Hey,
versus Forrest Gump.
What?
Oh, yes, it
No.
happened. Forrest Gump.
So we're going to put this out on all the social media channels. We're going to get you guys to vote. It's Rocky Balboa versus Forrest Gump for the greatest sports athlete movie of all time.
Of all time. And our brackets are the best brackets of
It
their kind.
really is. No one can match with these. These are just fantastic.
It's the,
There it is.
as voted by the people.
As voted by the people. Now, speaking of the people, I said it earlier. We're down to Maga Malaka. Jeff, we are well ahead of time. Perfect timing, because this one might take a few minutes. We said earlier that the Calgary Flames just gutted us, just destroyed us here in Calgary.
I believe we use the term ghosted.
They ghosted us.
No explanation.
No explanation for what they did to us, and we want answers. In fact, I demand it, because the reality is that all you have to do, even if we don't like your answer, or if you don't like what you have to say to us, tell us something. Don't leave us high and dry like that. So
At least give us a chance to be better the next time around.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah.
Closure.
So what we've created is the Maga Malaka list, greatest breakup lines of all time.
Ooh, I like this.
I think we deserve these. Which lines are Maga? Which lines are Malaka? We start off. Jeff, you ready?
I'm ready.
Dimitri, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Excellent. Nice, easy one over the mount.
Just an underhand
Just an
toss.
underhand.
Over the plate.
Nice and easy. It's not you. It's me. That's what the Flames could have just said to us. It's not you guys. It's us.
Look, here's where
Maga or Malaka.
Look, normally I'd say Malaka, but this is where I'm going to say Maga, because everyone knows this is the shittiest line of lines.
Right.
But if you can execute it
So
in a
true.
breakup and get away with it and
Yeah.
have it work, that's a Maga.
You know what the best part
It would
about...
be better than the answers we got.
Oh, absolutely. The reason it's also a Maga is because you can't fight it. It's actually like more of a, without knowing, it's close-ended. It's not you, it's me. And then what are you going to do? Well, no, it's not you. Like, you can't fight it. We can't fight that.
Yeah, then you go, no, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
It's an easily defendable position.
Yeah, it's exactly. Maga it is.
Not like Mitch's exam.
This is not the truth. Here's a great one. Sorry, but not enough room for you and me and your drama. Maga or Malaka?
No, I think that's Malaka.
I think so too.
That's
Malaka
too
is-
one-sided.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
That sounds like drama.
That sounds like drama.
That sounds like you're
That's
upset
like-
about the drama,
Yeah,
but you're causing
the drama.
Don't like
Couldn't
it.
agree more.
Malaka.
This one's one of my favorite. It's very simple, very easy.
Yeah.
You're basic. Bye. I think if the Flames said to us, hey, you know what? You guys are basic fans. Bye. We're out. It hurts. It cuts deep. But I actually think it's a Maga move.
I think it's a Maga too. I mean,
But really, you guys?
Yeah. I think
clean
so.
in and out.
In and out.
In and out. Touch and go.
Like Arya
Calgary's-
sword. In and out. Like a needle point.
We're just
In and out.
heartbroken here, and you guys are like, toughen up. Get
in and
over
out.
it. You weren't adequate. What? Really?
I said bye.
Is it bye? Just at least they said goodbye.
You know what? It's so harsh that it allows you to move on faster.
Here's one of my favorite ones. You're too good for me.
Oh, that's Malaka.
You think that was Malaka?
That's a Malaka.
Yeah, he's got my vote.
That's a bad one. Yeah, that's a bad one.
This was one Flame fan or Flame players and personnel should use. Look, I still love you, but I'm not in love with you.
Oh, that's even Malaka too. Just end it. You can't have everything.
Why?
Why are you?
That's a good one.
You use this.
I've never not
For
this one.
sure.
This one I've never used. I don't like the love bomb too.
I
much.
think
don't
that's just year 7 in anybody's relationship.
Yeah. He's not wrong. Hold on. Malaka. He's right about that one too. All right. You care too much about the KKK. Kim, Chloe, and Courtney. I think this one's more of an NBA
NBA
breakup.
quote. Yeah, that's an NBA
Yeah,
breakup.
that
Yeah, you know
too.
what? I think that's MAGA. That
yeah,
speaks a lot of
yeah,
truth.
if
that
you put
speaks
some
a lot of
rhyme-
I think that this.
Put some diamonds on that and run with it. Yeah.
This one actually kind of portrays it to the game. I'll always remember last night, but I think we can forget tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like it.
You want me to write that one down? For you? I'll send that out in an email.
Yeah, text it to me.
It's Maga.
Speaking what about MAGA or Malaka?
Texting. What, for a breakup?
Yeah,
Ooh, I think we talked about this on Rawcast one
we
time,
did.
right?
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. I think you should do it.
I think, look, sometimes you just got to get it done.
I think, you know what, honestly speaking, we were on the Rawcast, this question came up, and I think it was we had put a number on it, meaning like how many dates have you been on? If it was
Yeah.
just like one date, we're like, yeah, go ahead. If it was like 10, no, you should do it face
Or
to face.
3 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't know, after a while, it's like there should be a threshold of the other side too.
Yeah,
right?
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, the person should know you. by then, right? So I expected this from that guy.
I mean, if you sign like a relationship waiver where preferred method of communication is text message,
Right.
You can't be mad.
You can't.
Then
be.
it's MAGA.
Exactly.
Because you're following rules
That's
even to
right.
the end.
Exactly.
I like it.
Jeff, this one's for you. It's not you, it's your taste in music. Maga or Malaka?
If you can't put up with my music, you're gone anyways. So
Now, I got a question going to the Malaka thing.
I like a lot of different kinds of music though.
Well, fair, and
But I also
due to your
like to rock
we've
pretty
noticed
hard.
that. Yeah, exactly. I got a question though. Watching the Flames game, you can hear the music in the background of the Saddle Dome blaring and other sports arenas. Why is the what CD do they keep playing over
Jock
and over?
Jams 94.
Isn't it crazy?
It's nuts.
It's in every stadium. Part of me, it seems
Yeah.
like they all have the same CD and they're
At
all
the same
pressing it.
time.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And they all do the same thing. Get loud, make some noise, and then they
yeah.
got AC/DC playing.
It's like the second period, that Barbra Streisand song has to come on.
it has to come on. They gotta do something. They gotta change it up.
Get Jeff CD on there.
Yeah, man. Like it is unbelievable. Jesus.
Stupid.
Change that up.
Stupid.
That's Malaka
Do you
right
remember
there.
when Jock Jams came out on TV?
Of course.
Da, 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 da.
Now this one is made for every if the Calgary Flames were Greek, this is the one that they could use.
If the Flames were Greek, they'd all have belt lashes across their backs and
Isn't that
asses
the truth?
for that performance.
I'm confused. Am I dating you or your mom? Maga or Malaka?
That's Malaka. Don't you ever
Don't talk about our moms.
Don't you talk about the moms in this.
How dare you?
You should be so lucky that you're getting wisdom from such a lady.
And here's the last one, and we'll finish it off and go on our way and go find some. Go drown ourselves in lamb.
Every
and
Greek guy,
whatever.
by the way,
Yeah.
has had that line used on them.
100%.
Every single
That's why I
one.
said this is the
man,
Greek line.
It's funny.
This
Dixon and Jackal don't have that on their show, Stan.
You know how at the end of the Flames game, they after they won, after they lost, they went to the middle and they raised their sticks and everyone's clapping.
Yeah.
I wish Giordano grabbed the microphone and did this. I now pronounce you dumped and single. You may now kiss my ass.
Love
Maga
it.
is right.
Yeah.
Love
You
it.
do that,
Absolutely.
I will forgive you guys once and for all.
You know what? You know what I want to see? You know, sometimes the crowd will actually boo the players.
Yeah.
And justifiably so. They're down 2-1. Stanley Cup is on the line, everything, and they can't even get out of their own zone.
Right.
We've all seen these scenarios. You know what? The players should turn around and just start giving the middle finger.
Yeah.
Take a stand. Yeah, you know what, Giordano? That's how I want
That's
you
how
to
it-
break up with me.
That's it.
You know,
Right there.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
We tried.
Bring
you
it down.
You come do this.
Yeah, you come and do this exactly. If that's all I want. I hope one of you guys is listening to this. You call the local news stations and you grab a microphone and you tell us that, and I think you'll have half of Calgary, if not more, saying, you know what, it's all right.
I think everyone, that's something that Donald Trump, I feel, would do if he lost the next
100%.
election. That would get him reelected.
Done.
He'd
There it
lose, then he'd win again.
He'd
for
win
saying
again
something like
somehow,
that.
some
It's
way.
nuts.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
nuts.
Podcast 79. It's in the books.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's it. We came in early because we were gonna miss you guys. We wanted to at least get this off our chest because one more week we probably would have.
Jeff went out of his way to get the new microphones.
He did.
Well,
He
we're
did.
going to touch and go
Touch
week
and
after
go on the
week
week-
for
on
these
the
new
microphones. It's nice.
which
That's
are
it.
fantastic. By
Only
the way.
437 podcasts left to go to pay for those. But
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
kidding.
No, I hope you're not because we don't want to get canceled either.
There it is.
Look,
Enjoy the week.
Speaking of breaking up, roster, unfortunately, we got to break up with you this week right here, but not before we thank every single person that makes it possible. AlchemyStudio.ca, Headversity.com. Make sure to follow us at Mitch and Dimitri, at RealLockerRoomTalk.com. Get on the Facebook page. Make sure to vote. It's big. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Gump? Is it going to be Balboa? We don't know.
Oh, I know.
RealLockerRoomTalk.com. You can download all the podcasts on there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fun. We're going to go catch the Leafs-Bruins game right now.
Let's go.
Episode
Let's go, Leafs.
79. We got to shove it in the locker. And now Mitch and Dimitri have to hit the showers.
See ya, guys.
I just went
Happy
I
Easter.
went third person.
You went third person.
I've never done that. I do it in real life. I've just never done it here.
they left and I've got the shower to myself.